Greetings, everyone. Well, it's time again for another DVD and Blu-ray review. This time we're going to do another Blu-ray review, and you know, Richard, this is the day, Richard, for Friday. What you really kind of quote, Richard, that what kind of movie you remember? Well, I'll give you an example. Because I'm going to get you high today. Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do. And you know I love this kind of this place of film like this, and this is none of the really one of my favorites, and as a teen originally, and I don't know, I think I enjoyed the film originally. I think it's still well written, good specific black entertainment comedy, and it's actually pretty interesting to actually watch it for the first time on Blu-ray because the resolution on the picture quality looks fantastic. And you probably know what I'm talking about. Well, Friday, the director's cut on Blu-ray. Now, this is actually the Blu-ray release originally. They have this as on DVD, like, and you're probably thinking, what's so special about this, Eric? What makes this a so better version on the Blu-ray release than based on the DVD release? Well, for starters, this is actually a new concept originally because you still get the same extras originally from the original DVD release, but on here you can actually get a new feature. It's actually called New Feature Friday Straight Up, and it's actually a high definition resolution. So what I like about this film is that it's actually really darn funny, and I know a lot of people, I know a lot of blacks out there who are watching this virtually and actually see this on DVD. But the reason why this is actually the director's cut is actually there's actually a bonus feature on this, as well as the same version as on the DVD, but on the Blu-ray version it looks better. So on this one, it looks more better than the DVD release. So I'm going to show you the front cover. You got Craig and Smokey. This is actually pretty well good artwork version. You got the Cadillac grill picture, which looks pretty awesome. And you probably want to know what's on the bottom of the text. It says a lot can go down between Thursday and Saturday. So if we could focus on here, we can give a little big. Yeah, that's how basically it is. And on the back, it's actually loaded with basically the same feature resolution on the DVD release. But on this Blu-ray release, it got a new feature, which is basically right up towards here. I could really give you a bit close. Because you want to make sure the main focus. Yeah, you can tell up here on the top is a new feature at Friday Straight Up. And the cool thing I like about this about this Blu-ray release, it's actually a little bit more better originally. It's actually very well qualified to look at a very popular film that actually been in the 90s. Now, if you're not really a huge fan of basically any type of movie that you basically see, I know people who are big fans out there who watch Scarface and, okay, yeah, it's the best movie of the time, but this is probably one of the movie I used to watch as a teenager. And I remember originally watching this originally, I just laughing when I saw this originally. And the reason why I like about this director's cut is that it's a new dub 5-point audio. So it's actually be better than the DVD version because it's a lot more the picture quality looks more fantastic, it looks great, and the audio looks picture clear, also great version because like I said, I have a Blu-ray player in my bedroom, and it's pretty wide version to pick this up. And inside, if you can open up, you got this plain nice art disc with the recycling Blu-ray tray. I think it's stupid version for people to try to put this in this basically casing because I mean it's just fine version they have original on Blu-ray version, but like I said, this is actually just waste of space originally to actually really uh, have original display. But the great thing I love about this movie is that the characters are very grim originally because I mean there's a whole lot more originally just basically how is anybody's Friday looks like in a real daily life, which is kind of interesting to me because I'm always fond originally to just watch something that I actually think is related to the weekends of people's, they day off originally from working, or I guess originally just to, get off of their steam off originally from basically from work. But the one I love about this movie is that the characters are very driven. Like for instance, from uh, Chris Tucker plays Smokey, who actually just is a spontaneous, I mean, most brilliant actor originally you can ever see. And the cool thing I like about this bitch because he plays Smokey very well. Because I remember originally, I think in one scene when he's basically telling Craig Richard about you want to smoke this joint originally and all that stuff. He wants to try to get Craig Richard to know how to smoke. And this is actually the really why I think this movie is just pretty interesting to see how in the black neighborhood, like in the real world we live in, how usually we as blacks usually can get involved in any kind of situations that we don't want to get involved in, especially if we're like into getting high or basically getting shot at or basically getting in a brutal boom of a fight. Because at the end and towards the film, I will maybe give you a bit of spoilers because if there's any spoilers out there, don't watch this. Don't watch this film. Don't watch this video, which I'm just basically give you up to. But if you do know the film and understand the rest of it, then I'll give you a two letdown from. And the end of the film, when Craig and Debo had their first ever fight, it was pretty much a brawl out scene. I mean, it was pretty well entertained originally, and we just see Craig originally trying to uh, prove himself originally up originally with this big beefy guy, um, Debo, who is basically the bad this character originally you could probably see in any kind of character originally you think of. But he was just basically the kind of the leading guy originally who seemed like he's trying to enjoy his day off originally because like any other day regime we live in, we just basically need to get a weekend off. And what better version on Friday would be that way? So, I don't know. I still think it's a well written movie because Gary, the director and the producer of basically this film, is a very prime master of this film. He also directed other films, which over the over the past years, like for instance, like Boys in the Hood, and I think he did other sorts of other kind of films, which they for Ice Cube version to be in part of. So the reason I love about this film is that it's really why we as blacks we just enjoy our day off virtually. We just get away from work or get away from any everyday life virtually that we live in. And I think it's still kind of one of those films virtually that it just really just gets you entertained. If you've even not laughing originally along with the film, you still find it very interesting to watch. And for me, I kind of like watching very humor and very kind of guilty pleasure films, especially with kind of like black entertainment, something like this. I enjoy it very considerably to myself as a black man. I enjoy watching very interesting uh, films out there. Even though with television, originally, it's still originally one of the things I enjoy watching. So from that, originally, if you're something like this, if you like very typical characters and actually really be more humor characters, like for instance, for Smokey to being all day versus smoking weed every day, originally, into this film, this is something probably you want to pick up. And you probably wonder how I got this from. Well, I seen this originally at Walmart originally, and for $10. So for this, it's not too bad originally. It's not really roper price. I think that this came out right before the DVD release came out originally. I think right before originally that we knew originally that high def is going to get a lot more better quality. So when I saw this at Walmart for $10, I was thinking maybe I might pick it up, but I don't know how I could venture to just go for it for $10. But as I saw this at Hastings for $9.99 on sale, I really wanted to pick it up. I really want to see the resolution of this movie because it's probably one of my favorites of all time. As part of the other TV shows, other TV shows and movies, I've been watching over the years. This is probably put on my list because this is something that a lot of you people out there who enjoy watching this and actually really enjoy, seeing the very humor characters, especially with one character. I think it's probably pretty interesting. And I think when Craig and Smoker was about to try to, hang out, whatever, they run across with Mrs. Parker. Now, if you probably know who Mrs. Parker is, you probably remember checking out originally if this film is up because it's pretty well kind of steam up originally in some ways in the scene because when she's watering her grass, when she's trying to show her body off originally towards the young boys and everything, and it's like, and Craig and Smoker just say, "Hi, Miss Parker." It's just downright just really ridiculous, and I actually enjoy it originally so much, and I just have to say I'm just glad to own it on Blu-ray. So that pretty much ends up this DVD Blu-ray review. Just basically I want to let you guys know I've been doing a couple more videos until the weekend, and hopefully maybe it'll be pretty interesting to actually do that originally because I got a couple more videos I got a couple more DVDs and Blu-rays I want to basically show off and actually really just do a very connected review of the entire series of this show. So yeah, that's pretty much basically about it. So maybe next time we'll review something else. I don't know. Until next time, this is Eric Arnold. Sign off. Oh, I almost forgot. I got to tell you about what the featurette is, originally. I guess I haven't really done the other featurettes, especially of the other DVDs and Blu-rays, originally. So I'll tell you originally about this one. So basically on the new features on this one, you get the new features. You get a new feature, Friday Straight Up in high definition. Info by Ice Cube, added scenes, Q&A interviews with the director Fred, or who should probably call Freddie, Great Grid, producer Pamela, we're just going to call Pamela. 2 music videos. You got Ice Cube Friday. Very great, awesome music video. Because if you haven't watched that recently on YouTube or any other any kind of format, original on any kind of format, this is actually a pretty awesome video because it's a pretty it's kind of a little short downward entertainment video, but it's pretty interesting interview. And also on that version, you got Dr. Dre, keep your head straight, keep your hands up, keep your heads riding, and then you got the actual trailer. And based on the video quality, it's 1080p, high definition, 16:9, 185:1. The special features on basically on that is that you get 1080p resolution with painted 480i standard definition. Audio is basically has double true HD with English 7.1 digital, double digital 5 English 5.1 EX, and it's actually stereo. So actually really it's pretty much wise that this release version on Blu-ray has stereo, so it's actually pretty much better version. In the subtitles, you get English, HD, H, and Spano, which is no features on basically there's no inter sub version on that. So that's pretty much basically about that. And I already showed you the cover already originally, so you should probably already know. But let me show you the back originally if we can get a focus on that. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, you got the characters. You got Devo. You got Craig's Pops. You got Worm. This is the character which is actually pretty downright funny, Richard, because Worm is actually pretty much gave Smokey the weed, Richard, when he's basically that Smokey is basically smoking with. And you got Craig's, I guess, Richard, his new girlfriend. I think his name. I think the character name is Debbie. I think his name is. And you got Craig and Smokey just basically in the basic scene, non-picture scene. Then you got the preacher, played by Bertie Max, absolutely funny because it's pretty well entertaining to see Bertie Mac playing the preacher, and he just goes off and trying to give a preacher of smoking and Craig, which is pretty well hilarious. And I have to say the features are actually just brilliant. Worth research for $10, if you are a huge Friday fan as I am, because like I said, I enjoy watching very good humor of black entertainment. So that's pretty much it, and I'll tell you guys, see you guys, until then, I'll see you guys next time. So until then, thank you for watching, and signing out.